Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. And today we are going to presentations about values in teacher development. Okay, well, we are the six groups, and we are going to explain values in teacher development. And the first presenter is me, Muhammad Kadapi. The second is Daipah, and the third is Suwanta, new students. Okay. Okay. First, as the first presenter, I will explain to introduce first. Okay. What is values in teacher development? Okay, it is about um, what teacher development as a moral value. Moral value. First, we talk about teacher development. As a teacher, we profoundly root in values and moral judgment. And in this book, teacher development divided into two definitions in North America and in Europe. In, in North America, teacher development is usually seen as something, something done by teacher educator and teacher trainers. Okay, for example, workshops, summer institute, and the like. Okay, but teacher development in Europe is something that teacher themselves undertake, and that is guided by the teacher Concord. Also in this book, we are focusing about Europe perceptions, yes, about teacher development. About teacher development, in other words, that in teacher development, the teacher take place as a control, yes, as a control, and it means that a teacher, the teacher must also be seen to be in charge of their development. Well, more deeply, what is teacher development itself? What is teacher development actually? Okay. Teacher development is not merely a matter of improving one's teaching or becoming a better teacher. Of course, that it is the process to become teacher development or to indicate that teacher was developed, but it is not enough to give value in teacher development. Teacher development is a form, yes, it is a form of teacher learning. Yes. Next, that improving one's teaching is not yet the only value as inherent its teacher development. In the real, there are so many teachers that focus how to um, they teach, but seek not change what happened in their classroom. Okay, so the commitment to growth and to personal and professional development is itself the value. Okay, well, that is the introduce about values in teaching development, the teacher development as a moral value. Well, the next is values and teacher research. Well, commonly a teacher conduct teacher research. Yes, there are several framework that can be used, such as action research, and then exploratory practice, cooperative development, and narrative inquiry. Well, the work of teacher research or TR, commonly there are two significant ways. The first is investigating one's own classroom. The second is to appropriate a framework for examining of one's own classroom. So in TR research, the subject of the subject is classroom itself, how the teacher manage their own classroom. Okay, and the next point is the underlying values of the teacher research. Okay, first we talk about the differences value of traditional research and teacher research. Okay, traditional research. What is traditional research? Traditional research is pure only an indirect relationship to the kind of knowledge. Yes, the kind of knowledge that teacher need, and that the ways in which the knowledge, yes, is the knowledge is presented often make it hard for teacher to use, and it's make hard for teacher to use. Yes, the teacher becomes a consumer. Yes, the teacher become a consumer of knowledge, and technicians applying the finding of research. Um, yes, and this make the teacher's own rule is not valued, and the teacher rule is not valued. So that is the traditional research. And while TR or teacher research is plays significant value in teacher herself and in her interest, and her understanding and her capacity for gathering information and making sense of it. And one concept of often used distinguish between traditional research and teacher research is that of ownership of knowledge. Yes, ownership of knowledge. Traditional research, the knowledge is owned by external expert, and teaching research knowledge is owned by the teacher and the learners. So that is the values and values and teacher research, and the point the underlying values of the R.
It's my turn. I would to continue the part after Muhammad Kadapi. This is about values and career development. After the opposite side end of the spectrum from TR projects focuses on individual classes like the progress matter of the career in ELT. In this section, I say a few words about teachers' career and especially about the moral dimensions underlying the way this career developed. Of course, many people, myself included, have questions whether such a thing as a career in ELT even exists. Empirical studies that have been conducted have suggested that in many contexts a teaching career is a rather messy thing in the absence of formalized career ladders. Teachers are left to their own devices to determine what for them continuous forwards or upwards mentions with the result that there is a high amount of variations in these ways in which teacher professional lives unfolds, including a lot of what might look like sideway movement and sideway development route. What do I mean by career development? I mean things we choose to do with our own working life, seen from the broader perspective. This may mean saying jobs, talking on a different kind of teaching. For example, one that involves a new skill area or elective topic, or learner different kin against our ability levels to those with whom one has previously worked. Marginality and advocacy in ELT. One of the reasons that the nature of marginality is so prevalent in language teaching is that it covers a wide range of related phenomena, marginality questions, of which professionals and academic relations. It is also social and political, and it conquers psychological questions of identity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Suwanta from Group 6. I will presentation about value and teaching education. Teaching education is also teaching and like other forms of teaching. It is rooted in value and in relation. Thus, many of the underlying dynamic of language teacher education can be seen to be grounded in profoundly held yet contested value. There is another sense, thought, in which teacher education is a moral undertaking. In teacher's education, even more than in language teaching itself, there is a question of integrity. That is, the teacher educators has a double responsibility, not only guide students to becoming good or better teachers, but also to be good teacher herself. So, not only tell students how to teach well, but must show them how. Okay, the last is conclusion. Conclusion is teacher development is predicated on change that leave us better in some way than before. It is above all for this reason that teacher development is a moral process. Okay, think enough from my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.